Hey guys, this is Macro1 here for a new video. Today is the 30th of March 2011, which means after tomorrow it will be April, which I don't mind April. I mean, you've got April Fools, you've got May after it, which is all my exams, which is kind of shit, which reminds me I should probably be revising instead of making videos, but here we are again, so let's get on with it. Today I made a dual commentary video. Well, my friend did, Tom, who has now made the Minecraft channel. I will put a link into it. I think it's called Minecart or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but anyway, that's besides the point. The videos I think are going to be really good, mainly because there will be lots of kind of funny and kind of differentness about it. That's not really a word, but just because we're kind of going to take the inspiration of Hank and John from the Vlogbrothers and kind of do videos to each other, but more gaming ones. So for example, RuneScape versus Minecraft and Mac versus PC, because if anyone doesn't know, Tom has a Mac and plays Minecraft, which is kind of typical, you know, because he's all about the kind of, he just loves like building beautiful buildings out of his on his Minecraft account, in the same way that he just loves looking at his laptop, because that's really all he does on his Mac. He just looks at it, because he had to video tonight for that first video, and you will notice that the sound quality is very different to my videos. Why? Because on a Mac there is a built-in microphone, as there is on my laptop, near the webcam, same. However, I don't use my internal mic because they're crap and you can't really pick up many voices and they're really quiet. So what I do is I plug in a microphone and put it in my mouth. Problem with that on a Mac, many of you will know, because I kind of said to him, you know, look, why don't you use my microphone because it'll sound better? And he was like, oh, we can't do that. And I was like, why? And he said, because there's not a microphone slot on the Mac. And then I face palmed, because I was just like, seriously, how can they make a laptop with no microphone slot? And he's like, well, there's like a special slot, but it's not the same slot as yours. I've got a headphone jack that looks the same size, but it's a headphone jack. And then I face palmed again, and I was just like, that's really stupid. That is just like Mac, to make you pay more money for a special adapter just to you know, to do what everyone else can do for free. It's just ridiculous. But that's Mac. That's why I don't have one. Too closed off in the software and hardware aspects. It's just irritating. They just baby you. But I understand there are also lots of good things about them, so I'm not going to troll them, Mac, too much, because that's kind of what I'm going to be discussing in this video. So it would kind of undermine my point, and that's not what I want to do. But yeah, I think the video is going to be pretty good, just because there will be that banter going forward and backwards about the two operating systems and the games, and there will be some similarities and differences about the games, and I just think it will be quite funny, really, and adventurous, because no one's ever done it before. Tom will also be showing you how to actually play the game, because that's something I pointed out. No one actually shows you how to play it. I don't know how to play Minecraft because I've never played it before, and there could be someone that does that, and that should be him. And then I was like, why don't you explain what Minecraft is to anyone that's watching your videos that hasn't actually played Minecraft, because believe it or not, people do actually watch videos on games and haven't played them, and which then led me to make this video where I'm going to explain what RuneScape is, and then kind of go off into a strange tangent about something else. But yeah, so RuneScape. What is RuneScape, and why should anyone play it? Okay, first off, RuneScape is an MMORPG, which I think stands for Mass Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game, something like that. I think something like that. But anyway, whatever it is basically a game, a role-playing game, and by role-playing I mean you control a character in third-person view. So I'm looking at a character rather than looking out at scenery through the eyes of the character. That would be first person. An example of first person game could be like Call of Duty, but this is third person. So you're controlling the movement of the character, you control it with a mouse, and it is a massively played game, so there's lots of people playing it online. As you can see in my clan, these are real people, not just computer controlled. And the reason that people should play it is because, well, people, if you don't want to play it, don't play it. But some of the selling points I would say for it are that there comes a time when you're playing RuneScape where sometimes it becomes more than just a game, and it can become a community. And it's the same as stuff like YouTube, and you kind of notice it. Like I noticed it when I went to my new sixth form, and I would there was a guy with a wolf t-shirt on, and everyone knows KasmG on YouTube. Well, you probably do if you watch my videos because you're into YouTube, and he always wears wolf t-shirt. And so I kind of went to him, nice t-shirt, Kasm, and he was like, no one got it, and no one laughed, and I was like, oh, awkward moment. But if I'd have said that to Tom and he'd have been there, he'd have like laughed and he'd have got it straight away, KasmG. And it kind of just made me think, and I was like, because I was like, KasmG, and they were like, no, I don't know who that is. And I was like, Shay Carl, and they're like, no. I was like, Ray William Johnson, no. Nigahiga, you gotta know, no, don't know it. And I was just like, wow, it is actually a community, because if you're not involved in that and you don't have an account and subscribe to people, you can't communicate with people on the same level about the subject. And it's the same with RuneScape. After a while of playing it, you will get friends on the game, and you will have similar interests in certain skills with other people, and they will, you'll end up just talking to them, and they become your friends, and it becomes this kind of community where you can talk about stuff that other people don't get, that don't play the game. And and another great thing about it is it can immerse you in it. It's one of the games that you have to pay a lot of attention to most of the time, but for a good thing, like it really takes you into the game. And it's not like some games kind of on iPod touches and stuff where you can't really get into it too much. You can really get into this game, and it can take a lot of time to complete, which is a good thing because it keeps you busy on it for a long while. And there's lots of different stuff to do, which is, again, with the roleplay, you're kind of controlling the characters live from start to finish. But there is no finish. That's a great thing about it as well. It can be whatever you want it to be, whether you want to fight stuff, do quests, skill, anything you want to do. But there are also downsides to it. For example, some people would argue that the graphics are lacking. I would argue that whilst this is a disadvantage, it is also an advantage. Because the disadvantage is it doesn't look as good, but the advantage is that a lot of people can play it, because the way that you play RuneScape, the gaming medium, which is something I'm going to talk about in a minute, is the laptop or desktop. Those are the two ways of playing this game. And so if you were to have the graphics on this game, that of Call of Duty, or I don't know, a game that's got really good graphics, I can't think of one off the top of my head. Maybe Warcraft's got better, it's not got great graphics, but it's better than RuneScape, certainly. Then what would happen is not many people would be able to play it, because you've got to then have a good computer or laptop with a good graphics card. And this would stop many people from playing the game. So I don't think it would necessarily be a good thing for it to have better graphics. I like the graphics as they are because it runs smoothly. And sometimes less is more. It's kind of quaint, and it's the whole essence of the game is not about the kind of graphics, it's more about the actual game itself and what you do in the game. So that's what I would say about on that topic. But that kind of leads me on nicely to my next topic, which is in gaming there is no best game. And the reason I bring this up is the other day I was in my clan chat and someone kind of joined the clan and they were like, oh, Hayden, you still play this game? And I was like, yeah, who's this? And he was like, such and such from my old school. And I don't go there now, and I'm kind of glad, because my new sixth one's really good, and secondary school was kind of shitty, and so with a lot of the people in my old school. When I was in that school, and I think it'll be the same for a lot of you guys, there's a big kind of stigma around playing RuneScape. Like, many of you wouldn't necessarily go up to anyone and tell them, and that's kind of how I am. I wouldn't tell people outright, just go, hey, I play RuneScape. But if someone asked me, I wouldn't deny it. And that's just because I think that there's a stupid stigma around it, because it's not the same either for other games. For example, you can play Call of Duty and openly say that, and people won't say you're a nerd. But then you could say, oh, I play World of Warcraft, and you instantly think that person's fat, greasy, and vegetates at home, just sitting in a laptop chair all day, in a big chair, just festering. And that might not be the case. It's like, I play RuneScape, but that doesn't define me. No one should ever let a game define them or anything. You know, I also do kickboxing. I also have a good social life. I also do fairly well in school. I mean, I'm not, you know, I don't personally think I look like the typical gamer, especially in my appearance. Like, I have quite short hair and clean cut, and I wouldn't say I'm the most fashionable person, but I definitely shop in popular clothing shops, and so I just kind of feel that it is a stupid thing that people have built up around, like, labelling around games, because it doesn't matter what game you play. At the end of the day, you're all sat at home taking time out of your life to play a game. So whether it be, you know, FIFA or RuneScape, you're still not outside, you know, getting laid or talking to some friends. You're still inside the house, sat behind a screen, playing a game. And so it shouldn't matter whether in that game you're killing something or kicking a football. It's just what you prefer. And this is what I mean by gaming is all relative. And by relative, I just mean it's your perception. And it's the same, you know, me and Tom do have this banter of Mac and Windows, but at the end of the day, that's relative too. If it works for you, then it's best for you. It's like if someone, I sometimes get people asking me, should I play Minecraft or RuneScape? Should I use, what laptop should I get for RuneScape? Oh, you know, and I have to say, I can't make that decision for you. It's all relative. Who's this calling me right now? Oh, it's actually Tom calling, but the phone's... Oh, when your friend calls you in the middle of you trying to make your video. So now he's thinking this big YouTube star with his own channel is trying to, you know, fuck up my videos. Well, Mr. Tom, I won't answer the phone. You're just gonna have to wait. But yeah. So, what was I thinking? You successfully ruined my video. Thanks a lot, Tom. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's just the fact that I really can't remember what this is. Oh, yeah, it's all relative. So if a Windows computer works for you, for example, I needed this primarily for gaming and processing videos, then this is the laptop for me. It had a good processing speed. Oh, nice, I'm vibrating because it's ringing my mobile, and it worked for me because I needed that fast processing speed and the 1 gig dedicated graphics card. But for Tom, he's a video maker, is like editor, not maker, but editor. And so the Mac with the Pro Tools was a way to go for him. And so this is what I mean by you shouldn't hate on something because you don't understand it. Unless you've owned both systems, and you can definitely say one of them's worse or one of them's better. And even then, that's still not justified because it could be better for someone else. And it's the same in gaming. I think people these days get too caught up in having to be... so pro something and so anti something else. Like, if you play RuneScape, that means you couldn't possibly play any other game, and that's just not true. I think, in fact, you know, like some tech people say you can't be into Macs if you're a tech person because they're not technical. Babies can use them, and that's just not true. It actually makes you more of a computer nerd if you have tried all of the systems. I mean, this point was originally brought up to me today when I was watching a video by Chris Perillo and Lamar from Wilson Tech 1 in the Lockanome channel, and they just it was a really good point, and it kind of inspired me to do this video about gaming, that if someone plays a game, you should just bear in mind they're still a person, and they're still doing the same thing you're doing. Even if you're playing a game on an iPod Touch, you're still a gamer, right? And it doesn't mean that they're sad, it just means that that's what they do to chill. I play this game to chill out. If many of you watch my videos, you'll realise when I'm like not playing this game, which is the majority of the time, I'm doing other stuff. I only get on this video and get on this game to do videos every so often, and you'll notice that because my Dungeoneering's not gone up very fast because I've been doing stuff such as, you know, studies for school, going out with friends, going training on a Saturday. But you know, it's whatever. People are always going to do that, and it just kind of reflects how kind of ignorant they are as a person. It's the same with trolls. At the end of the day, they still give me views, so I don't mind trolls. But if you are going to troll, at least leave a criticising comment that's constructive. So tell me, what can I do to better the video? Don't just say it's shit. Say why and what can I do to improve. Because then at least I can take something from that. I just think, you know, and this leads me on to the other subject of it's not how you play a game. It's not the game itself. Sometimes it can be how you play the game. I mean, this is in a way of kind of explaining why you can never say what the best game is, because some people will literally prefer games just because of the medium of how to play it. And what I mean by the medium could be laptop, PS3, Xbox, Nintendo DS, PSP, you know, etc. And for some people, they will only play a game if, you know, it's really good graphics and they want to play it with a controller like a 360. And then some people won't like the 360s because they're used to PlayStation 2s when they were out and they can't get used to the controllers. You know, some people will only like to game on a laptop. And all this kind of comes together to create the experience of the game. And that's one of the reasons why I like RuneScape as well, is because whilst I'm playing it, I can be doing other stuff on my laptop, such as checking emails, you know, social networking and that kind of stuff. And that's also, you know, kind of why you just can't say something's better than something. Like certain games that will, you know, it's just not possible to say. It's all what you find. You know, like I said about Tom, he likes to sit and look at his laptop and admire the looks of it, and he likes to build really tall and fancy buildings in Minecraft. I like to kill stuff, and I like the fact that I've got a fast processor. That's just how it is. And you know, so this kind of video has been quite long and rantish. I was going to do another video before. It was a really good video. We had me and Tom both in it, and it was kind of funny, and it was just a really natural one of those videos that you'll never be able to do again, because we had so many jokes and we were kind of bantering with each other, and there was just loads of awkward moments, and it just made it really funny. But Camtasia crashed, so, you know, just to point out that I'm not all pro PC. That's something that annoys me, all the errors that you get. And Camtasia, I will probably be writing to Camtasia about that, because it happens quite a lot. Camtasia just crashes out, and it's basically where you stop the video after when you're recording it, and it loads, and then it kind of previews, and then you click save and edit, and then it goes into Camtasia. But when it did the load just before it comes up with the pre-screen of it, it just crashed out, and it's done that a few times, and it really annoyed me because I couldn't recover the file. It wouldn't let me recover it, and that really did annoy me. But I think it could have been calmer, because we did kind of throw a really inappropriate joke in that just kind of slipped out. Tom was playing Radiation on COD, and he was like, yeah, I'm playing. He walked out the room because his mom phoned him, and she was like angry about something. That was a really funny moment in the video as well. And he kind of came back and he hadn't died. He was trying to tell me this big story and kind of build it up. And he was like, yeah, you know the map Radiation? And I was like, yes, I think we all know what radiation is on Call of Duty, you know, it's what's happened to Japan right now. And then I kind of realised what I'd said, and then we were like, oh, too soon. And Tom was like crying, laughing, because he just kind of slipped out. And I think that's possibly karma. But it was only a joke. I have nothing against Japan. I have family from there anyway, so it was just an inappropriate joke. But people make it those all the time, so I wouldn't take it too personally. But yeah, and then it was just kind of I was just really annoyed, because it happens to me quite a lot when I make really good videos and then they just don't save, and it's like, what a waste. It was a really, and that's kind of also why we want to do the duo video, because they always come out funnier when there's two people for some reason. I think it's just because it's the input of the other person, and it kind of adds to create this, like, more things in the video that you wouldn't have thought of, because it's another person obviously with another brain. And yeah, I just thought it was a really good video. It was just kind of a shame. But I will be putting in the link to the new channel, Tom's channel. I'll just do a quick shout out to everyone in my clan chat. Baby Girl, Brendock, Gianni, It's Ash Pack, and Matt8378D. Join my clan chat if you want to, it's Macro1. Don't add me in game, just join the clan chat because I won't be able to add you back because I've got too many friends. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be more critical when I'm picking teams for Dungeoneering, just because it gets annoying when I kind of have 7 rooms in a dungeon unopened because people don't have the skills. And I know that that's kind of hypocritical because I don't have those skills, but it's still, you know, I still want to pick a good team when I'm going, because I have quite high combat and I always key whenever I'm Dungeoneering. So I do actually put in quite a lot of effort, and therefore I do expect that the rest of my teammates pull their weight, and if they're not keying, they should be doing other stuff like opening doors with skills or killing the monsters in Guardian rooms. But that's what I mean, I'm not going to be 80 soon. Like some of you guys are like, oh, you should have it by the end of the week. It's not going to happen. Like I said, exams are coming up soon and I kind of need to get on top of those. I'm going to get off here now anyway, and hopefully this video will kind of render and everything and not crash. Otherwise I'll be really annoyed if I have to do it again. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. and kind of taken something from it. And yeah, that's really all I've got to talk about, to be honest. This has been Macro One. Peace out, guys.